Welcome to the Gym Success Podcast. We're thrilled to have you with us today, whether you're a gym owner, operator, manager, maybe a dedicated salesperson, an ambitious gym entrepreneur, or a passionate personal trainer. I'm Bonnie.
And I'm George.
And today we're going to be taking you through the white paper today by jthomas. Our goal really is to provide you with some actionable insights.
You know, it's interesting. The role of a gym manager often looks pretty glamorous from the outside, doesn't it? People see the energy, the fitness vibe, the community. But as Jim Thomas points out in his white paper, the realities of gym management, 10 tough challenges every gym manager faces and how to conquer them, well, it's far from just glamour.
Yeah, he really gets to the heart of it. Jim says gym managers aren't just running a facility. They're wearing like a dozen hats every single day. Motivator, disciplinarian, salesperson, sometimes janitor, coach, strategist.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's intense, definitely pressure-filled, and always evolving. So today we'll explore what jthomas identifies as the 5 most difficult things about being a gym manager. Plus 5 more challenges that maybe not deal breakers, but they still significantly impact operations. Mastering these, he says, is really the difference between burnout and, well, breakthrough.
Okay, so where does he start? What's challenge number 1?
First up, it's the human element. Jthomas calls your staff your engine, but managing them, he says it's a minefield. Gym teams are this swirling human ecosystem, right? Strong personalities, sales reps, trainers, front desk, maintenance, and then you add in the constant flow of part-timers and contractors. It's complex.
And what's fascinating here is why it's so hard. It's not just about roles. People bring their personal lives, their egos, communication issues right into the workplace. So as a manager, you're mediating conflict, you're boosting morale, correcting underperformance, trying to keep everyone aligned, which raises a big question. How do you foster that alignment?
Well, jthomas's tip is clear on this. He says, set clear expectations right from the start, have regular one-on-ones, definitely, and invest in leadership training. Culture doesn't just happen by accident, you know. You have to build it.
Right. Makes sense. What's next on his list of top difficulties?
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for a lot of gym managers. Sales. Jthomas is blunt about it. He basically says, without new members, your gym dies. And often you, the manager, are the one responsible for driving that growth, even if maybe you weren't hired specifically for a sales background.
Exactly. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, selling memberships isn't just, one conversation. It's about relentless follow-up, nurturing leads, understanding the psychology of buying, and consistently executing a process. It's not just about signing people up, it's a whole system.
Definitely a system. His tips. Use daily sales reports. Really dig into them. Implement CRM tracking. Seriously track it. And train your team weekly with role plays. He believes a manager who leads from the front on sales really sets the tone for everyone.
Okay, so sales is crucial. What about keeping the members you already have happy? Complaints and expectations.
Yes. Imagine balancing genuine hospitality with firmness every single day. That's challenge 3. Managing member expectations. It could be anything from loud music to broken lockers or even disputes between members. Gym managers navigate this daily stream of feedback. Some of it's valid, some maybe less so.
Yeah, and this really raises an important point about brand reputation, doesn't it? You have to listen with empathy, enforce the policy with confidence, and diffuse tension professionally. The consequence of not doing that, well, could be significant. Potential social media fallout. That can happen fast.
For sure. Jthomas recommends keeping a complaint log, actually track them. Train your staff in de-escalation techniques and resolve issues quickly. That's key to preventing that kind of fallout.
Good advice. Okay, moving on. What's the 4th major challenge?
Staff retention. Great gyms run on great people, we all know that, but high staff turnover, it just drains morale and really damages the member experience. Jthomas highlights that many people in the fitness industry see it as maybe a stepping stone, not a long-term career, and things like inconsistent hours or, frankly, low pay often lead to dissatisfaction. People leave.
What's fascinating here is the parallel Jthomas draws. He says you should invest in staff retention just like you would member retention. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
If your employees are constantly leaving, the gym suffers. It's a direct hit.
Absolutely. His solution: offer clear growth paths, provide real incentives, and consciously cultivate a culture of recognition, make people feel valued.
Yeah, that recognition piece is huge. Okay, number 5 of the toughest challenges.
This one might be the least glamorous part of the job, but Jthomas argues it's arguably the most vital. Maintaining cleanliness, safety, and equipment. Think about it. A dirty gym or broken equipment. That's a one-way ticket to bad reviews, cancellations, or worse, a lawsuit.
Right. And the difficulty lies in its relentless nature. It's constant. Cleanliness and equipment checks have to be done daily, without fail. And you rarely get thanks for it, only criticism when something is missed. It's like an invisible success right up until it fails.
Totally. Jim Thomas's practical tips here include using a checklist system, really use it, conduct daily walkthroughs yourself, and empower your staff to take ownership of the environment, make it part of their role.
Okay, so those are the top 5 most difficult. But he mentioned 5 more kind of difficult ones that still matter a lot, right?
Yeah, exactly. Number 6 is balancing all that administrative work with actual floor time. The best managers, they're present, they're visible on the floor, but they're also buried in back office tasks, scheduling, payroll, endless emails.
And this brings up an important point about, like, mental fatigue. Switching between that detail-heavy admin stuff and the high-energy floor presence, it's taxing. It really is.
It is. Jim Thomas advises blocking out specific time for both. Use automation where you can, delegate when possible, but crucially, don't let the paperwork replace the people work. Your presence matters.
Good point, which leads kind of naturally into the next one, number 7.
Maintaining motivation and morale, not just theirs, but yours too. Jim Thomas calls the manager the emotional thermostat of the gym, which I think is a great analogy. People follow your energy. If you're fired up, positive, others feed off it. If you're low energy, well, the whole culture can suffer.
And what's fascinating here is how easy it is to neglect your own mindset when you're so focused on everyone else.
Right.
Burned out managers, they inevitably create burned out teams. It's almost unavoidable.
Totally. So the tip is to invest in yourself. Read, train, get enough rest, connect with mentors, take care of yourself so you can take care of your team.
Makes sense. What about staying up to date? Things change fast in fitness.
That's number 8, staying current with industry trends. The fitness industry evolves so fast. Think wearables, AI fitness, virtual coaching, cold plunges, all the recovery tools. Those who don't innovate, well, they risk falling behind pretty quickly.
Yeah, and if we connect this back to the manager's daily reality, it's hard because when you're constantly putting out fires, strategic thinking often takes a back seat, doesn't it? It feels like there's just no time for learning what's next.
Right. So Jim Thomas suggests you make time. Subscribe to trade publications, attend conferences if you can, and maybe allocate even just a few hours a month specifically to learn what's new. Be intentional about it.
Okay, 2 more. What's number 9?
Balancing the budget. Now, you might not be the one signing the big checks, but your decisions directly impact the bottom line every day. Jim Thomas explains how underscheduling or overscheduling, mismanaging supplies, failing to promote properly, all of that can cripple margins.
This raises a really important question about financial literacy. Many gym managers are great operationally, but maybe weren't trained in reading P&Ls or understanding cost controls. It's not just about numbers, it's about seeing the financial impact of daily choices.
Exactly. Jim Thomas's advice here is, ask for financial training if you need it.
Yeah.
Track your key metrics religiously, and start thinking about your department or the whole gym like its own little business.
Good practical advice. And the final challenge, number 10.
Preventing burnout, both yours and your team's. It kind of ties everything together. Long days, unpredictable hours, all that emotional labor managing people. It adds up. Staff burnout leads to call-outs, poor service, high turnover. We talked about that. But manager burnout is just as damaging. It leads to apathy, resentment, poor decisions.
And what's interesting here is how the gym culture itself can sometimes contribute, right? That go, go, go mentality can make rest feel like, weakness.
Yeah, it can. So Jim Thomas really emphasizes building in recovery time. Rotate responsibilities to give people a break. Talk openly about mental health and actually schedule breaks the same way you schedule workouts. Treat them as non-negotiable.
So wrapping it all up, Jim Thomas concludes by emphasizing that gym management, well, it's definitely not for the unprepared. It requires resilience, emotional intelligence, operational discipline, and real leadership grit.
Yeah, but he also says that if you can rise to the occasion, learn from mistakes, seek out training, build those systems, you won't just survive, you'll thrive. Because at the end of the day, the gym manager truly is the heartbeat of the club.
Right.
The culture, the member experience, team cohesion, it really all starts with you, the manager.
And he has a powerful pro tip for gym owners listening too. He says, if you've got a great manager, invest in them, train them, empower them, listen to them. Because when your manager thrives, your entire gym thrives. It's that simple, really.
That's a really powerful thought to leave you with. And look, if you're a gym owner listening and you're thinking about building better systems or coaching your management team, improving sales, or maybe fixing those staffing and retention struggles, Jim Thomas can help. You can contact him directly. His number is 214-629-7223, or you can email him at jthomas@fmconsulting.net.
Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the realities of gym management.
We really hope these insights bring you a step closer to gym success.